Hello everyone, welcome to Weights Wednesday, part number 6. Today we're going to change it up a little bit today and just use our body weight. We need one prop, and that would be a flat bench. You could also use a chair or maybe a stool. The height of the bench will determine the intensity, how hard it is for some of the movements, so you may have to play around with that to find what's right for you, but we'll need some kind of flat, raised object for the movements today. Let's warm up. So let's start with our eyes wide in T's, our thumbs guiding us, arms nice and long, I a little bit wider, Y, right to the side, T, and don't forget the W. W, let's go through a few more of those, I, Y, T, W, I, Y, T, W, always pushing back, a little bit wider, back, a little bit wider, back, W, I, rotate externally. Let's do some reverse lunges today. We have some lunges coming up later, so let's prime those legs. Really slow on the eccentric, slow on the way down, alternating. 3, I'll do 10 here. Really fight that stretch. Get up my opposite arm and leg, or each side here. Very good. And then the last part I'll work on is my hips. Take my hands on my hips. My feet about hip width apart, and I'm pushing my hips to the side, reaching back, around, come back up front, then alternate directions. Five here. 6. Call that 9. I'll do one more. Get to 10. Let's do everything one more time. So back to our eyes, Y's, and T's. Nice long arms. It's amazing how you feel the second time through. Blood circulating now. A lot more loose. More. Our next 10 reverse lunges, 5 each leg. Control that stretch, slow on the way down. Pull yourself down. Up a little bit more forceful. Torso nice and tall. Last couple here. And onto our hips. I'm doing 10 total here. I'm alternating directions every time. Side. Work here for my lower back, my hips. I'll get 2 more. All right, so let's go through these in real time. We've got 6 movements. I'll do 10 repetitions. If I have a movement where I have one leg, I'll do 5 each leg. So number 1 here is your sit-up or crunch. I'm on the floor. I'm going to curl my legs up over top of my bench chair or table, coffee table, and I'm going to go back. And I'm going to either crunch or do a full-on roll up. You decide what feels good. So I'll do 8 more here. I'll go for the sit-up version. Full sit-up, control the stretch. Pushing your back down against the floor to engage your abdomen. 6, 7, 8. Last 2 here. 9, 10. I'll come off of my floor on my feet, and now I'm going to a plank variation. So I'm gonna get into high plank, my feet on the table, my hands on the ground, my wrists are right under my shoulders. I'm gonna flex my butt, I'm gonna tuck in my abs, and then from here I'm gonna walk one foot down to the ground. Back up, alternate. 2, 3, moving from the hips. 4, 5, abs working here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From there, we're going to go into the legs. This is a single-sided movement. Once I move, it's a single leg squat or pistol squat to forward lunge. Stability is a big part of this movement. Take your time with it. Notice how I really separate the actions. I do my pistol squat, then I go right to my lunge. I'm going to put my hands in front of me. I'm going to stabilize on my right leg, left leg off the floor. Sit back. Come up, stabilize, then I forward lunge. And that's 1. Repeat. We'll do 5 on this side. You'll find yourself getting more confident with it as you do it more. 4. 5. Switching now. My left leg down, right foot off. That left foot stays planted the whole time, so that leg is not going to move. Squat on that leg, stand, forward lunge right. Time. Two more here. We'll turn around, and I'm going to go into good old push-ups here, incline push-ups. Butt of my palm, of course the edge of the table, the bench, or the chair. Body long, butt tight, abs tucked. 10, control your stretch. Extend. If you cannot go all the way down to full range of motion, that's fine. You go to what feels comfortable. Get 3 more here. Tucking my elbows in. Driving through my chest, my shoulders, and my triceps. Last one here. I've got 1 more plank variation. So I'll get my feet back on top. And this is my pike. So my wrists under my shoulders, my butt tight. I'm going to flex at my hips and my shoulders. Pike. Down, controlled flow. 4, 8. Last couple here. Keep the glutes tight, the abs engaged. All right. 10. And I'm down. And my last movement here is my squat or jump squat. And I'll do 10. A nice little tap. And of course, if you don't want to jump there, just tap and stand. And that's our circuit. So we'll give it 30 seconds there. And then we'll go through it one more time. All bodyweight work. So with bodyweight movements, really important just to be mindful, not to rush anything. Put the work where it needs to be put, whether it's in our arms, our legs, or our core musculature. Let's get set. Let's do it one more time. So I'm back down on the ground. My full sit up first, or your crunch. Either one. 10. That's the crunch. There's my full sit. I'll get 8 more. I'll go full sit here. Controlling my stretch. 6. Last couple here. Flex. Fight the stretch. Slow on the way down. And I'm up. And I'm going to go into my walking plank with my feet. So high plank position. Both on the box. Get your wrists under your shoulders. Butt tight. Nice controlled. 5 each leg. Keep the leg long. Try to move from your hip. Nothing in your knees, just from your hip. And 10. Dismount safely. Going on to our single leg squat to lunge. So I'll keep my right foot on the ground. Stays right there planted. Left foot off, hands in front, look at a spot, control. And then lunge. Back on that right heel. No rush here. That's the name of the game with this move. No rush at all. Four. One more here. Switch, left foot down, right foot off, look at a spot, hands in front, take your time. Last lunge. Going back to the arms, push-ups. Full range of motion or partial, butt tight, abs tight. Nice and long. 10. And controlling the stretch. Up forcefully. Last couple here, get the glutes tight. Body stays straight that way. And then my second plank variation. So, feet on my box. Wrists under my shoulders. Butt tight to start. Hips up, flex your shoulders. Control, down slow. Go from the abdomen. With the back stretching, the abs tighten up. Last couple. And 10, off controlled. We cap it off with your squat or jump squat. Made it. So that's 2 rounds through. Like I always say, you can always manipulate your repetitions or number of sets. If you want to do more than 10 repetitions or a little bit less, maybe you want to do 3 or 4 sets through, just rest accordingly. Whatever you decide to do, always make sure at the end you take a moment or two to stretch. So let's do some cooling down, I'll interlock my elbows, I'll forward fold. I'm gonna open up to one side very slowly, elbows to the sky. When you get to your knees, switch directions. No rush here. I'll take it to the ground. For this stretch, I'm going to put my heels together. Then I'm going to take one knee. I'll take my left knee to the inside of my right heel, like so. My hands support me on the ground. I'm leaning back slightly. I'm going to rotate side to side. Just opening up my hips, dynamic stretching. You feel some work in your sacrum and your erectors. Let your heart rate come down. Let's do a few more each side here. All right. Small little cool down. Well done. So all body weight drills today. A little bit of variation. Hope you enjoyed that. You'll have a great rest of your Wednesday. And I'll see you in a couple days for kettlebell.